Hey, good morning, everybody. So, thank you for coming and watching. I hope you have been enjoying the just bombardment of content recently. So, yeah, I've just been uploading. I daily shave, so I make a lot of videos. It's almost like I'm another cut above with Chris or something here. But anyway, today I'm gonna be going with Vide, Poche. I have no clue how to say it. This is one of my favorite scents from Chatillon Luxe. Yeah, just a beautiful floral. I think the primary note is freesia, but yeah, I'm just pressing it in. I don't like when my soaps rattle around in the tub. And yeah, so today I'm going to be using my Declaration. This is a 33 millimeter B1 with a, let me actually just turn on this light. That's a little bit better. There we go, can see that a little bit better. Yeah, 33 millimeter B1 in Star Spangled Blue resin. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I'd like to thank Spencer Frankel for giving me the opportunity to own this thing, as I really couldn't have done it without him. So I'm going back to my typical lathering technique where, so what I normally do, I'm just gonna wet the brush right here. So it is sopping wet. What I normally will do is 1 and 2, get most of the water out. Depending on the knot, I might give it just a little bit of an extra shake. But then from there, I just proceed to tub load. But yeah, this comes in Icarus, and I will admit Icarus is my least favorite of the Declaration grooming bases. When it first came out, it was all the rage, it was the new thing, and the performance was quite good on it, I will admit, but I don't know how many of you guys play video games, but I play video games now, and I played a lot of video games growing up, and I kind of like relate this back to how I feel when I go back to some older video games, mostly with graphics. Like, the gameplay is still gameplay, that doesn't matter, but it's mostly graphics. Like, at the time, especially when I was a kid, like, I remember these games looking so good, so realistic, and I come back to them, and after all the advancements in graphics have been made, they just really don't stand out anymore, And so that's kind of how I think about Icarus. It was a good base, and it was good for the time that it came out, but with everything that's come out after Icarus, it's just not quite as good. So as you can see, I have quite a bit of lather because my brush was quite wet, and that's the way I like to do it. Like, I call it like kind of tub lathering, where I'm essentially doing like a semi-lather, like bowl lather / load. Just directly off the puck. So yeah, and I end up getting a lot of this stuff, the proto lather. It's actually almost kind of lather. I could most likely almost shave with this, because it wouldn't quite be shave ready. It could be shave ready, I don't know, but yeah, that's just how my normal style, so I will most likely not be going back to the puck. Yeah, this brush is just stupid big.
holds a ton of water, and I'm gonna have some flying lather. But yeah, I like to lather that way, mostly because the soap, for the most part, is pretty much good to go, and then I can just spend as much time as I want working the lather in. But so far I've added no water, and as you can see, pretty decently peaky stuff already. It's got some nice hydration. Lost one hair, no problem. Yeah, unfortunately this scent will never come back, most likely, in milk steak. And I don't know if it was released in bison, but if it was, I never got it, and I would have preferred that. But yeah, this lather is good. Call it right there. And don't get me wrong, this is still a very good soap. It's when you get into those really like specific metrics of like how well does it lather and stuff like that that it falls behind, in my opinion. You know, if this is your favorite base, like, cool. But that's just the general consensus from at least the vast majority of people I know. But bison was better, in my opinion. Milk steak is better. I wish this scent would come out in milk steak, but probably not gonna happen. But oh well. So keeping with the blue theme, I think you can probably guess what's gonna be the razor. So Max Sprecher 9/8 plus. This is probably the closest razor I have to 10/8. I think this is a big boy, and yeah, beautiful Pawa, blue Pawa scales. Got the gold lip inlay on the spine. That lighting is almost making it invisible, and then the ones on the tank. So get going. Another early day for me. I do not know why, but I cannot cut my sideburns sometimes to save my life. So yeah, I just took this razor off the stones last night. Feeling very good so far. In the middle, right there. So yeah, it's like on one side I can do it well, on the other side I can't. So whatever. somebody asked about a trick to going against the grain around the Adam's apple, and what I do, I don't know if you saw right there, is I just pull the skin around it so that I don't have to worry about shaving it. So you can see it's kind of, my Adam's apple's right here, so if I pull the skin enough, I can get it to a flat area where I can shave it comfortably. So, I don't know if you watched that video, man. Sorry, I can't remember your username, but I do remember the comment. But yeah, so far the honing video, even though, I mean, it's more of a refresh video. I never, if you haven't watched that video, I never really take my blades through a full hone. To me, honing means that you're going through some kind of grit progression or Nagura progression. And refining the edge like that. What I do is just refreshing, which is much less time consuming and much easier. Okay, I mean, like 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Alright, I'll try and be fastish. My mom has to use the bathroom. No one's ever up this morning, so I thought that I'd be okay, man. Unfortunately, we only have one bathroom in the house. Kind of sucks, but where was I? Yeah, I never really hone my razors. I don't see a point. Refreshing does enough for me. So try and, there's Richard. In these early morning shaves, you'll probably hear him a lot more. Yeah, just feeling nice. Yeah. So, I did a good enough job for me. Need the towel. I don't know why I don't need it when I do the other side. But yeah. So a nice pass right there. Yeah, feeling real good. So, edge is working. Yeah, so I'm not running out of lather here. It's a little, like a little, almost piece of a hair. But yeah, I was watching Chris Bailey's video, I am CDB, before I went to sleep, and he said something that I really think was great. He said, "Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect," and it's a very good point. You know, you want to be practicing what you're practicing very intentionally and making sure you're doing it correct, or else all you're doing is you're building bad habits. In aviation, that's one of the big things. And then I've also always liked the saying, an amateur does something until he does it right. A professional will do something until he can't do it wrong. So, you know, both of those things go hand in hand, but I really do agree with what Bailey said, because if you're practicing with bad technique, or you're being sloppy and you're not practicing intentionally, you know, deliberate practice, thinking about everything you're doing, then you probably won't have the end result you want. Very nice edge. Okay, almost done. Alrighty, and that's it. Guess I'll put my aftershave on off camera, but it's gonna be, you know, matching splash. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys for coming and watching, and hope to catch you in the next one.
See ya.